Welcome back, y'all. Joining us this afternoon is Stephanie from the Alzheimer's Alliance of Smith County to share how your donations will help those with Alzheimer's disease as well as those affected in the household. So thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah,
long time no see.
I know.
So kind of tell us about the history of the Alliance and how you guys have served East Texas over the years.
Well, the Alzheimer's Alliance of Smith County is a local and independent nonprofit. We were founded in 1982, so we've been serving the community for 38 years. Started with a single support group, and as most nonprofits say, in the back of someone's car, right? So our mission is to provide life-changing support to persons living with dementia and their caregivers. It's a devastating illness. There's no treatment, there's no cure, there's no prevention. So we just want to make sure that people in our community that are impacted by this devastating illness know that we are here to walk alongside them through their journey.
Now, if you can walk us through, I feel like caregivers is always a buzzword because it's not just the people actually living with the disease, but it affects the whole household.
It does. You know, one of our board members wrote this great piece, and there's a video on our Facebook page, but you know, we're all dealing with isolation right now and not being able to see our friends. Right. That's something that an Alzheimer's caregiver experiences all the time through their caregiving journey. When can they go to the grocery store and feel like they're living a normal life again? When can they see their friends? When can they go dine out in a restaurant? Those are all questions that Alzheimer's caregivers are always asking themselves. Right. So it's a real place of loneliness, and it's a 24/7 job. You know, when someone living with dementia gets up in the middle of the night and is up all night, it's really difficult to balance a normal life with caregiving.
Now, we know that Alzheimer's and dementia tends to strike our older populations, and of course that's kind of the population that's more at risk for contracting COVID-19 during this time. So can you kind of walk us through how the pandemic has impacted the Alliance, anything you guys have had going on lately?
Yeah, so we have closed our doors to outside visitors. However, we're providing all of our services online if we can. So case management, our individual counseling services, crisis intervention. We are providing some emergency respite services for our caregivers. So as much as we can continue to do from a remote position, we will do that, and we are continuing to serve. And we want our caregivers to reach out to us, and because this is a really difficult time for everyone, and particularly those who normally receive support.
Right. Do you have any advice on how to make sure our loved ones living with dementia or Alzheimer's are remembering to practice proper hygiene, which is so important right now?
Yeah, so really interesting is someone who's living with dementia may not remember to wash their hands or may not understand why they have to wear a mask. That can be a really difficult thing if they have to go to the doctor's office. You know, following those precautions are really difficult, but we've got some great tips on our website. Doing fun things like singing songs and reminding to wash hands, using scented soaps, things that makes them feel comfortable, are great ways to continue practicing good hygiene while you're caring for someone living with dementia.
Thank you, Stephanie, so much for joining us, and be sure to think of them when you're giving on this East Texas Giving Day coming up next.